Tonight, ahead of Lagos Hunt-Free Day tomorrow, residents educated against unnecessary hooting. Senate receives conference committee report on review of 1999 Constitution. APC takes empowerment to the grassroots, distributes poverty alleviation materials, and on the foreign scene, Shia militias accused of murder spree. Broadcasting live from Lagos, you're watching the news at 8 on Lagos Television with me, Adetola Kayode. You're welcome. Lagos lawmakers have commended the proposed Hunt-Free Day in the state. Apart from checking abusive use of horns by motorists, the October 15 Hunt-Free Day is expected to draw attention to the problem of noise pollution. We have details in Fola Bola Tijani's report.
Speaking on the issue on the matter of urgent public importance, Honorable Bisi Yusuf observed that misuse of horns could cause road accidents and intimidation for other road users. Appealing to his colleagues to support the declaration and its success, he said Hunt-Free Day would inculcate discipline in motorists.
Lagos State government declare tomorrow as a Hunt-Free Day. I only implore my colleagues that we should support this campaign so as if you really observe it, it inculcates discipline in us. Then you will have respect for the other people. And our habit of driving will highly be improved.
Honorable Abiodun Tobu, Ekpe Constituency 1, said excessive use of horns not only constitute environmental hazard, but also psychological disturbance, as some drivers have turned blasting of horns to music. Meanwhile, the House has called on the state governor to direct the Ministry of the Environment to attend to the return of tankers on the Apapa Road. Honorable Mufutau Egberongbe, Apapa Constituency 1, moved the motion on the matter of urgent public importance. He reported that heavy traffic has returned to the area due to the activities of tanker drivers.
A motion moved on the floor of this House a couple of months ago, in August precisely, but alas, the traffic is even worse than it was then. At the interdiction of the state government, the reckless abandoned trucks were moved out of Apapa, but now they are back on the road. My prayer is that the state government, via the last man, should come and take off this truck, and that the federal government should expedite action on that portion of the bad roads on the Tinkan Coconut axis, so as to ease the movement of people and luggages in Apapa.
A noiseless and sane environment is achievable in a metropolitan city like Lagos if every motorist is patient on the roads. Commissioner for Transportation Kayode Okwefa restated this while enlightening Lagosians against unnecessary hooting. He said this will help promote healthy living and safety of lives.
You wake up in the morning, it's noise. So many noise from so many places. Then you get onto the road, it's the downfall drivers and everybody. Pa, 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 pa. Then you get to work from the windows of your offices, it's all noise. When do we concentrate? So we have people with high blood pressure, we have people with anxiety disorders, we have people with so many mental health issues, and we don't seems to correlate this with the noise within our. I'm not saying it is only noise, but I'm saying noise contributes a lot to some of these problems. And beyond tomorrow, what we want to see is change. That we have changed, we have become better drivers, our roads have become safer, our communities has become safer, our drivers have become more defensive, we have become more disciplined, we have become more patient, we have become showing more of courtesy, and more importantly, the noise level from a vehicle the noise pollution level from a vehicle at reduced.
Okwefa also gave hints on when and where not to use the horn.
We're going to put more no signs in those areas. And in the school district, ordinarily, because you have children around and people are learning, you don't want to use horn. At zebra crossings, you are not supposed to use horn because you will do more of confusion. Those are the reasons why in those climbs, you don't hear it. Because before people get their driver license, they go through driving rigors.
October 15 has been set aside as horn-free day. Bullion vans and convoys with sirens are expected to comply. In the meantime, road users will be expected to drive without reckless use of horns and thereby reduce noise pollution. Correspondent Busola Kukoyi completes this report.
It is a typical day in Lagos. Various drivers trying to outsmart one another, horns blaring, conductors calling on passengers, and of course, reckless pedestrians trying to cross in front of moving vehicles. In all of this, how is it possible for you not to use your horn in this kind of situation? Is it ever possible in cosmopolitan Lagos? In the opinion of this gathering, it is doable. The conviction of the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, is captured here.
Well, the whole world feared that we would not be able to survive Ebola. But we stood up as a family, from the primary healthcare workers, the religious leaders, the obas, the chiefs, the local governments, civil society, and we decided to confront a threat that had never happened in an urban center before. Lagos was the first test case. But again, we led, we worked together, and we overcame that. If we can do that, can we not then overcome noise that is self-inflicted?
This campaign is precipitated on facts that have emerged, which include the fact that noise level in the state has reached an alarming 80 to 90 decibels, which is way above the 65 decibels maximum noise level, which is recommended by the United Nations. And this has put every resident of the state at risk of progressive deafness.
Sometimes when we talk about safety of life and property and security, we often don't see the picture beyond crime and criminal activity. But healthcare is a very strong component of safety of life.
Hearing loss, noise-induced sleep disturbances, cardiovascular and psychophysiological problems, performance reduction, annoyance response, adverse social behavior, heart diseases, high blood pressure or hypertension, even shock can be caused directly or indirectly by blaring vehicular horns.
But this notwithstanding, is this possible in a state like Lagos?
It's not
Why
possible.
is it not possible for you?
Because there's many people on the road. Even blowing horn, some people, they will not even listen to you. How much more without blowing horn? You think about it.
It's not possible.
Why?
Because there must be someone obstructing you. So you have to like let him know so that he will get out of the way for you.
10, 15 years ago, you would have thought the use of seatbelt was going to be impossible. Yes, we did. 10 years ago, you would have thought people in Lagos would not obey traffic lights. Now we do. Same thing, you would have thought taxi drivers, danfo drivers would not stop at traffic. Even Okada stops at traffic light. We have done it, so nothing is impossible.
Every time someone disobeys traffic rules, signs and regulations, then it would be necessary to use the horn and indeed put lives at risk. In the words of Lagos State Governor Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, it is possible to have a noise-free Lagos. Indeed, if you keep to traffic rules and regulations. The 15th of October has been declared the beginning of a no-horn society in Lagos. Can you do it? It starts with us. I am Busola Kukoyi, reporting for Lagos Televisions.
And moving on to other stories, Lagos lawmakers have called to the attention of Governor Babatunde Fashola to the need to rehabilitate the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway and reduce the hardship experienced by commuters on that axis. In a motion moved by Honorable Fatai Mojid, Ibeju-Lekki Constituency 1, the lawmakers urged Governor Fashola to direct the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure to carry out palliative work on the road. Falabola Tijani tells us more.
In a motion on need to rehabilitate the Lekki-Epe Expressway, the lawmakers noted the efforts of the state government towards improvement of road transportation through various road constructions and rehabilitation across the state to ensure free flow of traffic. The House further noted the deplorable condition of the Lekki-Epe Expressway, occasioned by the potholes at different locations, particularly along Ajah-Ibeju axis, causing serious traffic jam.
Potholes along the area have brought untold hardships on residents and commuters in the area, thereby resulting to heavy traffic jams, while miscreants and armed robbers are using these spots to carry out their nefarious activities. Worried that the continual neglect of the roads in the face of increasing the residents and commuters along the axis as a result of urbanization will worsen condition and increase the space of accident and loss of life on the road.
The House therefore called on the state governor to direct the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure to carry out palliative works on the road to reduce the daily harrowing experience of residents and commuters while working out a comprehensive rehabilitation of the road in subsequent budgets. Fola Tijani, LTV News.
Governor Babatunde Fashola of Lagos State says the role of the Nigerian Immigration and Customs Service is germane to national development. He was speaking shortly after being captured for the new 64-page electronic passport introduced by the Nigeria Immigration Service.
As I said to your colleagues and customers, I urge you to develop a reputation that goes ahead of you. I hope that very soon people will be able to say of the Nigerian Immigration Service and the Nigerian Customs Service that if you want to do anything with that, don't even try Nigeria. And I know that that is possible. I think that would be a very, very healthy reputation to have as a country. Some countries are required that, and they do that. Women like you, men like me, women like her, all of us who do. So as we deal with global security issues, which is not unique to us, and as we deal with health epidemic issues also, yes, we have overcome Ebola, but the risk of reinfection remains so long as the disease is not overcome in Liberia and Sierra Leone, Guinea, or any other part of the world where it is breaking out. So every time you man those border posts, whether at the airport, whether at the seaport, whether at the land border, think of the danger to 170 million people if something goes wrong.
Your Excellency, permit me at this junction to join the ocean and other residents of Lagos in giving the administration a standing ovation and a resounding applause over the seamless and monumental achievements recorded so far, which even preserve and become and speak practically. Indeed, we are proud to be residents in Lagos State.
The new 64-page e-passport was presented to Governor Fashola, his wife Dame Manuela Fashola, and the Deputy Governor, Mrs. Adejoke Orilupi Adefulire. Correspondent Omolulu Rosanwo quotes the State Controller of Immigration as saying that 2 additional passport offices have been approved for Lagos State to further reduce the hardship of acquiring the e-passport. The Senate has received the report of the Conference Committee on the Review of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, Further Amendment Bill 2014. The conference report on the Constitution Amendment was laid before the lawmakers by the Senate leader, Senator Victor Ndoma Egba, on behalf of the Chairman, Senate Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution, and Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu. Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu, while presiding over plenary, said the Senate would ensure that it is considered and passed into law as soon as possible. He also pledged that work on the petroleum industry bill would soon be completed to ensure the passage of the bill into law. Ekweremadu noted that the primaries and congresses of political parties were at hand, saying the period would be challenging. The Senate also assured that the 2015 appropriation bill will be passed into law before the end of 2014. And schools in Lagos State are complying with the safety measures put in place on the prevention of the Ebola virus disease. A visit to some public schools by LTV News crew revealed that students have adopted the habit of washing their hands with soap and water at every interval in compliance with the personal hygiene rules to prevent germs. Correspondent Ifeoma Chimone-Zendigo has details in this report.
To keep germs away and be healthy is still maintained in schools 1 week after resumption in Lagos State. Both teachers and school children have adopted the habit of washing hands at intervals. This is in compliance with the personal hygiene rules of healthy living.
I want to say thank you to them for their great job for providing water and soap for us to wash our hands, and by checking our temperature at the gate before entering our class to prevent us from contacting the Ebola disease.
We as students and everybody,